Today we're making seasoned salt and taco seasoning. I use recipes that I discovered on another channel here on YouTube, and I will link those in the description box. I will also add screenshots of them at the end of the video. Alright, first up we're going to make the seasoned salt. I am doubling this recipe because we love this stuff and we use it on pretty much everything. First ingredient, big surprise, it's salt. We do use Redmond's real salt. I will try to remember to link that in the description box as well. Again, I'm doubling this recipe, so I am adding 2 cups of salt, which will be followed by 11 tablespoons of black pepper. 11 tablespoons is just shy of 3/4 of a cup, so I am measuring it that way. And I did notice a little clump of salt, so I just broke that up with my measuring cup. Next up is 4 tablespoons of paprika. I am using smoked because that's what I have, and we prefer that. But you could use regular paprika in this with no big issue, I think. Next is 4 tablespoons of garlic powder. Two tablespoons of onion powder, finally 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm measuring it weird because I didn't want any of the other spices to get into my sugar bowl, but I absolutely normally would not measure it that way. Now I'm just going to whisk this together. You can definitely just add everything into like a mason jar and shake it to combine, but I buy my salt in bulk, so I do run into little clumps on occasion. I just prefer to do it this way. That way I break up any of those little clumps with my whisk and everything is all well combined. I do store my spice mixes in mason jars, so now I'm just transferring this to those. And this recipe doubled yielded me 2 pint jars, hoping that lasts us between 4 to 6 months. Here are my 2 pint jars. Next up is going to be the taco seasoning. I am using the same bowl. This taco seasoning recipe has all the same ingredients as the seasoned salt, plus a few extras, so no need to dirty another bowl for me. This recipe I am just making a single batch, only because I didn't have enough chili powder to double it. Otherwise I definitely would have doubled it. We do start off with 1.5 cups of chili powder. Next up is 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of smoked paprika. You could probably use regular paprika, but on this one I would suggest you stick with the smoked. It does have a better flavor and it just works better, I think, in this taco seasoning recipe. Next ingredient is 1/4 cup of cumin, or a little extra as I am about to find out. No big deal. My husband loves that stuff, so no worries for me. Followed by a 1/4 cup of coriander. I do go a little scant on that one. Here we have a little cameo from my dog. Next ingredient would be a 1/4 cup of garlic powder, but my measuring method is about to fail me. No big deal again. I don't get too worked up over stuff like that. Little extra garlic never hurt anybody. And I see we have a little appearance from my cat as well. Next up is 1/4 cup of onion powder. I'm not really sure, I honestly don't even remember doing this, but watching the video back, apparently I decided I needed a little extra onion powder too. Final 2 ingredients for me are 1/4 cup of Mexican oregano and 1/4 cup of salt. The original recipe says that the salt is optional, but I say it is absolutely necessary. The original recipe also calls for cinnamon, but I leave that out. We like it a lot better without the addition of the cinnamon. I was better at attempting to place the ingredients aesthetically here in the bowl for the taco seasoning, but I guess I decided you didn't need to see me whisk it together or put it in the jars because I didn't film that. But this single recipe yielded me, I'd say it's about 1.5 pints, and here they are. I definitely suggest you try these recipes out. They're pretty easy to scale up or down to the amount that you need. We do buy our spices in bulk, so this is perfect for us. Plus we get the added benefit of knowing exactly what's in our spice blends. Thanks for watching!